Great intro, Chad, between both of you and I.
Yeah, we nailed it.
We're going to skip right through that because someone is going to get called on the carpet. And I just made a audible as to what we need. We probably need to start with this music. So we have our producer of Card Talk with Mrs. Doc and star of the show joining us from taping a special from across the hall. Miss Doc, we just recorded the Future's weekly release.
Mm-hmm.
Card Talk. Breaking news whenever it feels like breaking. You missed it. You happen to know that the big release you missed?
No.
No idea.
No.
You like Upper Deck?
Yeah.
Card company of note. You check
Yes.
their new release calendars?
No. I have said this repeatedly. I get my information from Overtime Cards, which is what I was told by you two chuckleheads to use as my release calendar, and that is exactly what I do.
Oh, interesting. Overtime Cards, huh?
Yes.
Do you check their Instagram?
No.
What do you check?
I check the Overtime Cards release calendar on their website. You go.
Do you hear that music?
Yeah.
You like a little thing called Harry Potter?
Sure. Is
Upper
this a
Deck
sports
just
card
released.
show?
No, Upper Deck, the global leader in sports.
Very loosely.
Yeah. Upper Deck, the global leader in sports and entertainment collectibles, is adding another iconic license to its extensive portfolio. Announcing a deal to create collectibles surrounding the beloved Harry Potter franchise. It's a big collaboration.
It's a big deal.
And all you had to do was take a look at Overtime's story today.
Or the Instagram I sent her a couple days ago.
Or
Hold
read your messages from your husband.
So when
it's
I
good to
send
know
you
my
guys-
wife's not the only one ignoring my Instagram messages.
So when I send you guys articles that I come across on Reddit and you guys either don't respond to them or get a ha-ha and you never mention on the show. So I assumed that articles were not something I was supposed to talk about on the show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We've
Oh.
always talked about
waiting
articles.
for you. Yeah.
What?
Just kidding.
I hate you guys.
And Adam, it's a 101.
Boys and girls at home and kids in the gallery, let's go!
Hello, Pack-a-Maniacs, and welcome to another episode of Pack to the Future. I'm your host, Ricky, a.k.a. Mr. eBay. And I am joined by my co-host and partner in crime, Dr. Chad.
Someone call for a doctor?
How you doing, Doc?
Oh, I am good, buddy. I'm good.
Well, on today's show, we got a little of everything for you. We've got updates to our mail days. I've got an update to my Christmas, haul. We're going to talk about the Arena Club Gold Pack and try and resolve that. We've got all sorts of hobby news for you, and Chad is hitting a midlife crisis and considering selling some of his Dons. We're going to figure it out if he's lost his mind or is making the smart decision. That and much more. But before we jump into all that, Chad, do we have any show announcements?
Oh, yeah. We've got a few 100,000 show announcements, but we're going to rip through them a little bit quicker than normal so we can get to the goods. First of all, we want to remind people, Ricky, pttfpodcast.com should be your place for all of your Pack to the Future needs. Listen to our episodes. Watch our episodes over on the YouTube right from this very website. But most importantly, your guys have worked hard over the last couple of years to set up deals of all of your sports card goods for you. You will find our promo codes like 10% off BCW supplies with promo code PTTFpod. Perhaps you need a Zion case. Forget what that promo code was? Go on over to the website. See that it's promo code PACK for 10% off. But also, for all of you doing some eBay shopping, we encourage you to start your day over at the website. click the affiliate link that you will see atop the page. From there, each and every card that you purchase over the course of the next 24 hours, the show will get a small kickback in the process. It is the best way that you can help support our show, and it's absolutely free for you to use over at pttfpodcast.com.
Yep. Absolutely free to you. Helps us immensely give back more and more to you.
Also want to remind people of our other shows, Card Talk with Mrs. Doc, which is where we will let Sarah stay on the entire show as it is her show, and we won't kick her out early. That drops each and every Wednesday, best viewed through the YouTube format. And also, as time allows, I'll put it on a PRN basis for now, which is Football Friday, where sometimes I'll talk about football cards if I'm not editing ghost shows or have also trying to figure out how to pack up everything in my house before I move. So
Sure.
occasionally you'll see that over on the YouTube as well.
Great.
Ricky, the eBay website for our last announcement. We're going to go back to our weekly winners, and I want to highlight some of the cards that have been purchased using our affiliate link over the last week. And Ricky, we have had a ton since
Yes.
the new year. Look at this, almost 50 in the last week.
I'm blown away. I am blown away at how awesome you guys have been at using that code. We can't thank you guys enough.
It makes us super excited, and it's fun for me at least to see some of these trends that pop up. So the Guardians of the Galaxy from 2024 Upper Deck, we've seen quite a few in the past, and we see some more over the past week. Also, some more WNBA still rolling strong. We see a Jay Crowder make an appearance. How about that name?
Yeah, that's a name of note.
Name of note indeed. We get some Tops basketball. We get Obsidian Steph Curry. How about that?
Yeah, the big boy.
I always liked Obsidian.
One of one, Jay Crowder, NBA hoops basketball.
Oh yeah, look at that. I always
That's-
love a 101, and then just a haul of Marvel, which I absolutely love to see.
Yeah. Makes me wonder if we've got some friends in Boston maybe helping us out a bit.
I think so. Look at this, a blue speckled Gamora Upper Deck. I bet that's a pretty cool looking card.
Yeah.
So, Ricky, as we do, we are going to go through each and every week and select one of these cards to be entered into our monthly drawing. And I should note that as of December, our December winner claimed the $75 eBay gift card, which was Kevin Cormier. And we appreciate you, Kevin, for using our eBay affiliate link. And thank you for accepting the eBay gift card.
Yeah.
Unlike
Kevin
Carter.
Cormier gets it. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Kevin Cormier is a good, honest man. That's why he accepts it, unlike that Mysticata.
You know, it's really hard when I open up our bank account and it's just in the red. Like, it's not even a credit card. It's just like a normal debit account. It's like, no, you don't have the money for this.
Ooh.
And so it's certainly appreciated that it didn't get doubled up. So what these people are going to be playing for, the winner that we'll select today will be entered into one of the weekly drawings at the end of the month. We'll take those winners, enter them into a $25 eBay gift card, and go from there.
Yeah. You know, this has
So-
become the PTTF eBay raffle, if you will.
That's, you know, when we talked about starting a podcast over half a decade ago, that really was like one of the core principles that we really wanted to make sure that we did.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, spend, what are we, 9 minutes into the show? Spend the first 9 minutes, you know, talking about website, other shows, things that we missed, and also the eBay raffle. So at least we've hit our goals, man. You know,
Yeah.
you set those things out. For people who don't think that you can achieve your goals, let Ricky and I just be like a good motivating driving force that anything is possible.
Exactly.
Ricky, how many times have we hit this randomizer here?
4 times.
4 times. All right, let's fire this in there. Here we go. Number 1. Look at that. 46 of those things. There's 1.
Dang.
Here's number 2. So if you would have selected 3, Sergey Samsonov would have won, but you didn't.
I didn't.
And so number 4 Asia Wilson. I feel like
Oh,
we've seen
no.
Asia Wilson.
No. One more time. Okay, this is going to be a problem because you know exactly who stalks Asia Wilson and listens to Pack to the Future podcast.
So
there's only
hold
one
on.
person on Earth,
Hold on, though. Hold on.
and he's a problem.
Hold on. This is not the only Asia Wilson card, so we need to clarify which one it is. 2025 impeccable, hollow silver on card, indelible aces numbered to 15.
Auto.
Is that the same as this other one? These kind of look the same to me, but they have a different title, so I don't know. But that is the card.
Okay, we may
And
need to talk.
We need him to
offline.
not win the monthly one.
Well, but go back and look at the list. There seems to be a lot of doubles.
Ooh. Do you think eBay's giving us a bad list?
I don't know. If they're giving us double payment, do we say anything? I don't think so.
They definitely aren't giving us double payment. I can tell you
Well,
that
I mean,
much.
payment for each of these cards. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you.
No, I
Let's
think
not talk about that part.
I think people may just be buying doubles, but yeah, because one's 2 out of 15, one's just blank out of 15. I think our listeners are just insane for the products they like and are buying doubles of like super short print cards. I seriously believe that.
Let's hope that to be the case. All right. Well, there's our weekly winner. Congrats. Make sure to send us a message over on the Instagram, Pack to the Future Podcast, or you can email us, packtothefuturepodcast@gmail.com. If you can, send us a photo of the card or at least a screenshot of the purchase. We'll enter you into the monthly drawing.
Great.
All right.
All
so
right.
there you have
In the
it.
chat, we did get one question from our boy Kenny Benson asking if they've published a release date for the Harry Potter products in Upper Deck. No, not from what I've seen. They've just released an announcement that they're going to be partnering together. But I'd expect an announcement on release date sooner than later.
What do you think we're gonna? No, not what do you think? 'Cause I don't like to.
We're going to get autos from all the actors.
What would you want to see?
Autos from all the actors, maybe even, and I know it may be controversial or maybe not. J.K. Rowling, even she's associated. She wrote the books. Might be cool. Maybe one prints, artist prints from the books. Maybe a unique drawing of a certain passage of a book that they didn't include previously. I don't know, something like that. Patches from movie sets is what I'd expect. Stuff like that.
That sounds very boring. I want a piece of a screen used snitch. I want the snitch wing clipped and placed into a card, or part of the sorcerer's hat. No, the sorting hat. I want it in a card.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking for. So if you don't have it, don't come at me with it. So there we go.
All right. Well, getting on with the show, Chad, you had some mail day issues.
I did. So this is going to be a little update of your boys type of segment here. Ricky, in the last week, so it's been the holiday season, as you know. I don't know if you get this, but I tend to get different postmen during the holidays. I think my regular mailman, who has been a delight over the last decade, probably took some holiday.
Yeah.
I bought 2 lower end cards over the Christmas break and was hoping for those to come in over the past week.
Yeah.
One of them was sent just as free shipping. It was a $15 card and had no tracking. That card was said to be delivered to me a week ago Monday. And, you know, with Christmas and the New Year's, I hadn't really checked my mailbox because I've got that super long driveway, so I don't always go down there. It's like, whatever. But as I go down there last weekend, I noticed the card's not there. I'm like, oh, that's odd. So I go back to check the tracking, but there is no tracking. It's like got that EAU or whatever it is tracking number, which is not USPS.
Yeah.
And it just says the card's been delivered. So I'm like, okay, that's not ideal. And then I think to myself, like, didn't I buy another card? Shouldn't it be here? So I go on over to eBay, where I had purchased a Von Miller 2012 green prism. You know, those retail prisms. I've got a Von Miller silver. So I was like, well, let me buy the green. And I purchased, it was like $50. So not nothing. And that had normal tracking and said it had been delivered. And I'm like, huh, this is 2 cards that said to have been delivered and there was nothing there. And that's on a Saturday. Like, that's the notification I get is, hey, it's been delivered. I go down, check my mailbox. There's nothing there. I go check on Sunday. I think maybe it gets a day pushed back because of New Year's. Hell, I don't know. My mailbox is empty. So now I've got some concerns, Ricky. I think we got a thief in our hands. And, I've got a mailbox that's got a lock and key, so no one can get in there. And you've seen it at the end of my driveway. My dad built that big stone mailbox thing.
Mm-hmm.
His is right next to it. And there's nothing there. So at this point, you know exactly where your guy's head is at. I know that there's conspiracy and that someone probably stole my card and it's probably the mailman. And I assume it's the backup mailman. Only logical thing.
Yeah.
Sarah thinks I'm an idiot. I tell her, she's like, not a chance. I go to our group chat and both Steve and Justin number 1, tells me to call the post office. So I'm like, okay, sure enough. Monday morning, get on the phone, call the post office, tell them the situation, tell them that, I try to be very polite about this, but how I strongly suspect that I had a backup mailman who stole my cards.
Yeah.
And she looks, she's like, yeah, you did have a replacement last week. And I tell her the tracking number. She's like, I show it's delivered. And I'm like, is there any way you can just go ask whoever delivered it if they still have it and please just deliver it to me? All I want are my cards. That's it. She's like, yeah, that person will be here today. Let me call you back. In my mind, I'm thinking there's not a chance in hell she's going to go ask this person. But sure enough, as I'm walking out of a patient room, she calls me back. And she's like, hey, I just talked to your mailman from last week. He happened to find the cards. And he's going to deliver them to you today. And sure enough, by the time I get home, magically they appeared in my mailbox.
Nice.
So my mail day, I think my mailman is a card collector.
Yeah.
And if you're listening, don't steal my shit.
At least he
But
made the right
here's,
decision in the end.
Here's one of them, and that's the Von Miller Green.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's a
great.
fun one. But yeah, that was my mail day of the week. Mailman who did deliver it after all. I assume it probably just like the Jelly of the Month Club that fell in between the seats. I imagine that's probably what happened. So
Exactly.
I very much appreciate you delivering it, but also that was 2 Jelly of the Months that fell in between the seat.
Yeah, seriously.
So
man.
yeah, and I want to tease one more.
Sure.
I've got a very big card coming in, big for me. It is not here yet. It's the one that I teased last week that I purchased in help of your eBay gift card that you got for me for Christmas.
Very cool.
It arrived at eBay authentication and hopefully will be here by next week.
Nice.
And I'm not going to tell people what it is yet because I'm tired of telling people the cards that I buy and then I try and go buy more of them and all of a sudden the price doubles. So I'm not going to do that till that card's here.
Yeah. Brett Light's Big City, Kansas City Dan asked a good question. Were the packages messed with?
No. Oddly enough, they weren't. And I say
Good.
oddly enough because it doesn't support my story and my theory, right? It was in a bubble mailer. It was packaged just in between 2 pieces of cardboard. Like, this is the exact one. And it wasn't. So,
And maybe he held on to it to see if someone would complain, right? And
it just seemed odd.
I don't know. It's weird.
Glad he found it so fast.
Yeah. Nope. That's fortunate. Well, last week, speaking of, we talked about some of our Christmas hauls, and I kind of teased that I'd picked up some Legos, gotten some Legos for Christmas.
Wait. Can we stop?
Yeah.
I put this on the show list this week. I begged of you last week. One of my favorite times of the year is right after your birthday and right after Christmas. Because I love to hear, speaking of Harry Potter, Dudley's haul for his birthday.
It is Dudley's haul.
And I told you not to hold out on me last week.
Well,
And you claimed you gave me all the goods. But in our show chat, I saw there was a little bit of Lego talk that you got in on. And I'm like, where'd the Legos come from? I didn't hear about them last week.
yeah, it felt a little too out of the wheelhouse of what the podcast is, but I was surprised.
Ricky, you have proposed eating contests on this damn show. What the hell are you talking about?
No, that's true. That's true. But I am trying to kind of focus in on what I think the listeners want. But I was shocked pleasantly at the overwhelming response it got in our show chat. People really wanted to know about Legos. Yeah, we may need to look at a Lego spinoff or something. But Legos this year, I'd recently gotten the Batman's Arkham Asylum. I have a huge Lego problem, which you will learn about. I'm working on Arkham Asylum. It's a massive build, 2-story, most of the bad guys in the DC universe. And that's what I've been working on in the winter. For Christmas specifically, I have my Legos here. Let's see if I can go through them very quickly.
I'm so excited for this.
The first is, this was given to me by my daughter Shay. It's the Batman or Spider-Man from Spider-Man 2. There's Doc Ock on the train, and you can see it looks very,
yeah, that's cool.
yeah, and it's really fun. You see some characters inside as well from the Spider-Man universe, and you'll notice a lot of other action figures on here because one of the things my family got me was minifigure random packs from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So these are all the different Spider-Mans that I got in blind packs, which were kind of like opening packs. And they're on both sides. I mean, they're covering. There's Spider-Wolf. There's a Peter Parker with a Spider-Man baby. It's in his, let's see, I think that's up front here. In his front carrier. So yeah, it just kind of made fun for an ultimate Spider-Man scene, if you will.
I like it.
Then briefly, this will be easier to display because I haven't opened these. First, we're looking at a spooky house creator 3-in-1.
You're talking my language now.
The haunted house, or you can make a haunted train or a haunted boat. Trivia about Mr. eBay. My in-laws got me a 3-in-1 pirate ship that made 2 other things, and my in-laws are super pissed. I've only built the pirate ship, but it's far and away the coolest one. I'm not going to tear it down, and sorry, they can just deal with it.
You know, Ricky, the haunted Lego thing, I was going back through, I'll be super quick with this, with fine. The Dr. Ghost Hunters account, and the show that we did with you there, and then we did a recap after, is one that is like the most liked out of every short that I've ever made for Dr. Ghost Hunters. Plus, I do have a brand new Dr. Ghost Hunters 2-hour episode coming out tomorrow if anyone wants to crap themselves and watch some scary stuff. But back to Legos. You showed that, and I was like, okay, I forgot about that. Oh, no, I appreciate you bringing that up.
Next is a little build, a Spider-Man Peter Parker's apartment. I'm a big on the superhero stuff you may see. The next is one that Mrs. Doc would like. The Batmobile from the animated series.
Oh, yes.
Including Mr. Freeze and Harley Quinn. And
what do you do with these when you're done?
Oh,
I'm not a big Lego guy, so what do you do with them?
That's the crisis. Kyla is determined to figure it out. Right now, they're in our downstairs, like at the bottom of our stairs in our little nook, and just waiting to get just stomped on by a kid if we, God forbid, send one down there. It's a problem, and I'll send it to you. It's comical how bad the Lego collection is. But yeah, Kyla's working on it. She's installing all sorts of shelving and stuff, and she's actually super supportive and wants to just display it downstairs, which I love because it's away from where I normally hang out. But I'll know it's there, and I can go down there and hang out and see my Legos.
Is she trying to get you to kind of migrate downstairs? I mean, you talked about the studio being downstairs last week, and now the Legos.
I would say yes, but she still is maintaining a firm presence down there. Her office is down there. Her art room is just moving down there to make room for mine. But I do feel that she's embracing my ability to use the downstairs, and so I think it's great. And
Dan
then,
says you need a big old curio for all those Legos.
oh, dude, when you see it, I don't think a curio is gonna do it. It's a problem.
And there's some Lego support in this chat right now. Ricky,
dude, I
people are
love
eating this up. That's why I
I
told
love
you,
this.
man. Don't hold out on me.
We seriously, I have such a Lego problem. I may need to do a spinoff. All right, this is the big dog. Pirates of the Caribbean, the Black Pearl.
What? No, get out of here. Yes.
That's your big boy.
Oh my God. What?
That'll take me a while.
Do you do these by yourself?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll try and watch something related to it. So I'll probably watch the Pirates movies. I'll probably get through quite a few of them because it takes me a while.
You are living the dream, man.
Yeah, dude. And then I did not bring out last is video games. And newest NBA 2K, if you want to play with your boy. Mortal Kombat 1, and I think you have Mortal Kombat X or Ultimate, and I need to get whatever you have.
Yeah, I've got the Legacy, so it's got like 1, 2, 3, arcade, Nintendo, Sega, Super Nintendo, or whatever it is.
So I'll be getting that so we can battle.
Yes, I love it.
And I can't remember the third game. I don't know, something random. But yes, I celebrate like a 10-year-old.
You're like the Chaz Reinhardt of Legos.
I have, dude. When you see,
You're just living the dream,
post
man.
this on our social media. It's a problem. it's embarrassing.
Please
and
post them. Please post them. Ask
I
Kyla
will.
to snap photos of you doing the Legos. Put them on our.
Oh, I'll
Insta.
do that. I'll do that. I use our jeweler's magnifying glass helmet to put on the stickers. I've got like a whole tweezer set. I'll bet the listeners will chime in that if you really do Lego right, you have some tools. But yeah, Kyla's looked back at me and looked at me with eyes contemplating divorce, clearly.
Does every one of the little pieces say game used on it too? Through your eyes?
Game used. Game used. I should, you know what? Next time we do go to a card show, I don't know if it'll be national this year or not, but next time we go, I'll bring that headset and wear them whenever I'm looking at cards. I'll drop it down.
Hey, if you're helping me look for cards, which I greatly appreciate, I fully support you wearing any type of magnification that we can get.
Game used. So yeah, that was more on the haul.
That's what we're
Speaking
talking about. Yes.
Another update. Sports card photographer sent us a message that Panini doesn't have full college rights for logos and teams. Their Prism Draft product has a mix of schools and with and without logos. And that's in reference to, I brought up how Score, box of Score football I'd gotten had a number of rookies in their college unis. Half in the product had licensing, half didn't. And I figured that was probably the case, that they were licensing based on each school or something. And maybe it's like ones they have existing for some odd reason. That would make the most sense to me, because it just seems weird to me that you would have teams in the Big Ten that are both licensed and not. And like, there's some big name, Ole Miss, Florida, that it just didn't make sense unless it's Panini saying, hey, we have these exclusive rights for these certain schools. We'll just use those, I guess. But it's just weird, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah, at least that makes a little more sense.
Yeah. And an update to our boy Selly. I did message him, but Japan Sports Cards does have the products, the gift Selly had sent to me, and we had mistakenly packaged to Japan Sports Cards. He was very responsive, immediately letting us know he's going to be sending that back. We have to give you a huge thank you, Japan Sports Cards, and I will find a way to make that up to you.
I'm going to play heel for a moment.
Yeah.
My money is that you never see that package.
You think so?
Oh yeah. I'm a big proponent of people coming on the Secret Santa.
Yeah.
And he is the lone person that we heard nothing of.
You're right. You're right. But
And
he
was a newbie,
very-
and it was a newbie for us.
It was, but he was very responsive. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm choosing to believe.
You're team believer. I'm team
I'm
show
Team
me the
Joe
money,
Hendry.
baby.
Yeah. Chad, you have an update for your arena club gold pack that you won at Secret Santa.
I've got a
of.
proposal.
All right.
First of all, last week on Monday, I sent with Sarah to Mrs. eBay at Pilates some of your goods.
Yeah.
God, I felt like it was like a breakup, amicable exchanging of things. It was a luggage, the Money in the Bank briefcase, the
Yeah.
camera that you're using, but also your Allen and Ginter packs that you won.
Oh, did I? No, I didn't win Allen and Ginter packs.
You received 3 of them from the Mitchell and Ness hobby box inside of that pack
Oh,
because they
I
were
was-
extra.
I was wondering.
Did you open them?
No, I have them right here.
Ah.
Why do you ask?
I assumed you had opened them.
You want me to open them?
So, well, my proposal was going to be, had you opened those packs and taken your gift from the Fatal 4-Way,
Yeah.
that what I would do with the Arena Club is open the Arena Club pack. And
Okay.
if anyone who was in attendance for Secret Santa had their player hit in the card that I open up, they win the card. Otherwise, I keep the card.
If they had their player hit.
If they had a player that they collect hit anyone, so anyone who attended Secret Santa, not just in my Fatal 4-Way group,
I
then
like
they
that.
get the card. And if not, then I keep the card.
I like it. I like it a lot. Now,
Okay.
how are we going to establish who people collect ahead of time? Or is it just going to be, hey, this is what I hit. Now everyone claimed you've always been a Miami Dolphins fan.
I think they got to show us some evidence.
All right, fair. And then
I think
if
so.
there are multiple people, randomize them.
If there are multiple people, then they have to send us a video as to why they deserve the card.
I like it.
Especially if it's a big card, that could be pretty fun.
Yeah. No, let's do it.
Okay, so I'll do that over this week. I'll record it, and then we can play it the next time you and I do a show.
Perfect.
All right.
I'm
Very good.
opening the packs, so
Stop me if you get a banger.
I will.
Lastly, on updates for the guys for this first segment. God, Ricky, we always go long on the first segment. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah. But that's
Yeah.
kind of how I think it's meant to be. Your best topics up front, and those tend to get talked about a little bit longer.
Well, that's interesting because I usually put it together and I try to put the best one at the last. So maybe I should.
Do you really?
Yeah. At least the most hobby centric one at the last, but I don't
Fair.
know. Maybe it's working. So, Ricky, we've talked about it a couple of times once on air. A WWE card podcast.
Yeah.
We've dragged our feet long enough, and there is now competition in this market. I have heard that there is probably the biggest sports card network that exists is now doing a weekly WWE card podcast. So my question to you on the air is: Do we fire this thing up, or do we kind of wait and see and let the road to WrestleMania take us where it may?
Yeah. There's no such thing as competition for us when it comes to wrestling podcasts.
When it comes to you, they don't have a you.
Yeah, but
We're like the Avengers, and you're the Hulk, man.
we're not to be messed with. That's for sure. Yeah, let's do it, man. I'm down.
All right.
Let's get it going
Okay.
on Sundays
So people can look forward to that coming up soon.
in a couple weeks. Let's get back from into town. And then
Oh, yeah.
do it.
I was thinking after Super Bowl, perhaps.
That works. I
There's
love
no
it.
football on Sunday, then we
Yeah,
fire that
look
up.
forward to, and I've been watching a ton of Monday Night Raw. And did you
Yes.
notice my boy Sally said thank you, Ricky, for the archive.org throw out as a resource to watch your old Monday Night Raws.
Nice.
I
I'm telling you, you are the brain. You're our Bobby Heenan, that's for sure.
Okay, so this is the interesting hit, and I don't know that I've ever experienced this with Allen and Ginter. To be honest, I've opened a lot of it. Maybe I have. I've had a lot of cocktails when I've opened a lot of it, so maybe I've had some of this happen and forget. 3 mini cards just dropped out of my last pack.
I noticed that.
And sure enough, one is the Mitchell and Ness background. So that's a short print.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Of Mickey Mantle. That's one I will definitely be holding on to.
I've heard of him.
Next is Matt Chapman, Allen and Ginter short print, parallel back.
Okay.
And then finally a Kyle Schwarber gold print parallel front, normal back.
Okay.
So yeah, fun little haul.
No redemption. I know Mitchell and Ness redemption.
No redemption, unfortunately. Yep.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's
right.
it for segment 1. Yeah. Should we do some hobby news?
Yeah. Let's get a transfer. Give me just a
I always love that
second.
sweet, sweet twinkle that you've got.
Yeah. There we go. I actually have an idea for a new one. I think you'll like it. I'll work on getting that in.
Okay.
All right. So, Chad, the Green Bay Packers are the only NFL team to be publicly owned. They don't have a singular owner. They are owned by the community, and they issue stock certificates to buyers and owners of the team who are effectively passive owners. It's more of a collector's item than anything. However, as an owner of the Green Bay Packers myself and owner of a piece of stock, I am very interested to hear, and while my stock will probably never reach this price point, at least not in my lifetime, the 1935 Green Bay Packers issued stock certificates, and there were only 2 known to exist, I believe. One just recently sold at auction for $109,800.
Whoa. That's a big price.
It is. They had public offerings, and this is kind of cool. And maybe someday my grandkids will benefit from my certificate because you can pass them down. But they issued public offerings in 1923, 1935, 1950, 1997, and 2011. And the first 2 are extremely valuable, the 1923 and 35s. This is the first time a 1935 stock certificate was offered at public auction. The only second known example to exist. The only other one is at Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame at the Lambeau Field.
Wow.
So a really cool piece of history. It's just the second time any Packers stock certificate has sold in auction for more than $100,000. One from 1923 has sold as well. But I just thought that was kind of cool for a memorabilia piece. Next time they
It
make
is
an offering,
extremely
jump on it.
cool. That would be an incredible piece to own, especially if you are a Packer fan. Now, we do have a question in the chat over on the YouTube that how exactly does a Lions fan own Packers stock?
Well,
I think it's a good question.
Well, it's very simple. Much like the frankly put, we already own the Bears, as we saw last week. It's, I did not say this to Timmy to pour salt in the wound, but I will say it now. We won because Dan is Ben's daddy. Never forget that, Chicago. And Ricky is Caleb's daddy. Ricky's teams always beat Caleb's teams. So
I think Cam Rising is Caleb's daddy, but maybe you're his other daddy. You guys are both his daddy.
We're Eskimo daddies. But we don't tend to own the Packers as much. So this is an opportunity for the Lions to own the Packers. There you go.
I noticed that our group chat with you, me, and Tim was pretty silent throughout the game last week.
Yeah, well,
until halftime.
Yeah, because he gave me 2 options. He said either you guys just know us too well, or we're gonna come back on your ass. And I was like, well, how about Dan is Ben's daddy? But I knew that would start World War III. So
yes, I was gonna say you didn't say that.
Much safer to say it here on the public airwaves where the world hears it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So next up in cool memorabilia, some auctions that ended towards the fall and winter of this past year, or I guess these all sold recently in December, November, December. But tickets, the 1932 Babe Ruth called shot ticket from the game where he called his shot and the Yankees beat the Cubs 7-5 in World Series Game 3. How cool is that ticket stub?
That is pretty cool, man.
Full
that
of
looks
color.
really cool.
And actually, quite a few of those have sold. It recently sold at auction. Let's see. Sorry, I took the notes over here. The called shot sold for $10,065. Additionally, in this product, were the 1916 World Series Game 2 ticket stub, the Red Sox versus Robins. It's Ruth's 14-inning complete game, longest
Oh my
in World
God.
Series history until 2018.
Wow. Even Yamamoto thinks that's a long game.
Exactly. That one sold for $12,810. They also had a 1919 World Series Game 6 ticket stub signed by Ed Roosh, PSA Authentic Auto 8. This is the Black Sox Series World Series game. The signature is from the Reds Hall of Famer who played against the White Sox in that World Series.
Okay, that's cool.
Next, and that sold for $13,420.
Would you rather
Next
have
we-
that or the Babe Ruth called shot?
Either of the Babe Ruths. Called shot, probably called shot, then 14 inning, and then the Black Sox game. But honestly, I'd almost rather have the Black Sox ticket not autographed by Ed Roosh. Maybe he played a really pivotal part in that series, and I just don't know enough about it. But to me, it's just like, unless you're a big Reds fan, I don't care. Give me Shoeless Joe Jackson autograph on there.
And I'm going to call out PSA on this called shot. You're telling me this ticket's a 1? This ticket looks to be in really good condition.
I agree. I'm like
the color still pops, and it looks pretty good. I mean, it's torn along the bottom, but it's a ticket stub.
It is. And I will say there are versions of this ticket that are longer. So it is missing probably 20 to 30% of it. But like, it was intended to be torn off. And so I don't view it as like a super altered ticket. And I think that's kind of what they're treating it as. But I agree. And just a reminder, my new philosophy in 2026, I buy graded stuff still by PSA, but I buy what looks good to my eye. And I would certainly buy this ticket at a 1, if that's what a 1 looks like.
It's the Mr. eBay eye appeal of 2026.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Next, you have the 2001 World Series Game 3. This is where George W. Bush threw out the first pitch following the 9/11 attacks. Was a super emotional game, super important moment in America. Brought all of us very much so together under one banner of the United States. Was a huge, huge deal. When I still watch those documentaries on it, I still get goosebumps. And that was autographed by George W. and sold for $10,065. I would put that above the Black Sox game. I'd put it on par with the Ruth 14-inning game in my ranking.
Agreed.
Huge event. Next and finally, we have the 1921 World Series Game 1. This is the Yankees' first ever World Series, which I thought was really cool, and just how old it is. I guess you also have the 2019 World Series and some older ones with the other Ruths, but this World Series Game 1, their first ever appearance, I think is pretty cool for Yankees fans. I would not be interested in it because F the Yankees. But it sold for $2,013, which shocked me, like a fraction of what all the others sold for. The rest sold for 10 to 13,000. This is at 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
I like this a lot. I think this is a pretty cool grouping of World Series tickets. One that I did not come across this. I think it's awesome that it's all in one place. I still think the called shot ticket to me is the coolest piece of history there, and I love it.
Yep. Agreed. But yeah, no, it's the tickets can be really, really cool. I might need to spend some more time searching for some.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I agree with Dan. These tickets give you goosebumps because of all the history. It's pretty cool that it's within grasp. You know, I'm not saying, hey, it's super affordable, but if you really wanted to save up for one of these, you could make it happen. And that's pretty cool because in my mind, you think back to those times and you're like, yeah, those were lost times. Like getting stuff from that era is so challenging. And it's cool to see that there are actually multiple of many of these tickets circulating.
Right. Well, Ricky, that's good stuff. Tell me what you think about our next segment. I really like those two that you brought. We're 45 minutes into this. Should we nix the next part of segment 2 that I put in there and just go to segment 3?
Yeah, we could bump it to next week if it works.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think it necessarily fits with those old school things, and that stuff was much cooler than the stuff we've got on there. So we'll read that over next week.
Okay. Well, let's get our transition. Chad, you are considering selling some cards. Some Donovan Mitchell specific.
Yeah, that's true. When you put it that way, which is exactly the way I wrote it, it doesn't sound interesting at all.
No, it does.
People, grab your energy drinks for the next 15 minutes.
Trying to find music that won't get
Ricky, I don't think you would have sold me the pen in the job interview with that thing.
I'm just trying to tee you up without giving any spoilers.
No, that was so great. So here's my thought process. I've got a little bit of a conundrum, and I think what it boiled down to is, Ricky, it may be time for me to depart from my boy Donovan Mitchell, and I want your help because I think some of these are just going to torment you as to whether or not I should sell them.
They will.
But I also think that the listeners can help me decide on what I want to do. They usually have better insight on what I want to do than what I know what I want to do. So here's where we are.
Okay.
I have really enjoyed buying football cards. And there is one significant football card that is up on Fanatics that will be ending this Sunday. I'll show it to you separately. I don't necessarily want to talk about it yet, but it's pretty cool. And it falls back to my Broncos glory days, but I don't have the funds to buy it. And I think it's probably going to be around a $3,000 card. I'm going to need some funds to be able to pay for it because I don't just have that in my back pocket at this moment to do that. And as I flip through my collection, which has over the last couple of years really shifted over to a football dominant collection, the last stuff that I had is my grouping of Dons. And so I went through this emotional trauma a couple of years ago when Danny Ainge came in and set fire to the Jazz organization. And I went through this existential crisis over what to do with Donovan Mitchell. And I ultimately decided I wasn't going to pursue any more of his cards. However, I was going to hold on to some of the major ones that I have. But Ricky, I've got 5 cards here. My thought is, in an effort to collect funds to purchase a new card, I want your opinion because I know that you will give me your raw emotion on what I should do with these.
Okay.
Plus, you being Mr. eBay, I mean, hell, where else would I go to sell these cards?
Fair.
Take into account the 2026 eye appeal factor, if you would, please. That's my personal request for you. And also, I was hoping that maybe the listeners could help weigh in on whether or not these are the cards for me to sell.
Great. Can
or
you
whether or not I should hold on to them.
Pulling the curtain back a little? Can you hear the music?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Sounding good. And the chat, let us know in the chat as well, but I can hear it. So I think from least to best, Ricky, here's card number 1 that I'm looking to sell. And you may remember this bad boy. This is the 2017 Select Phenomenon Gold Donovan Mitchell VGS 9. I think I bought this one in a chicken wing parking lot in a meetup. I risked my life for this.
Yeah,
I had to buy this gold because I tried to buy the black, which Adam, your buddy Adam, would not sell to me directly because he wanted to get the most money out of it. So he put it up for auction, which I tried to win, and you Don blocked me. As they say.
You mean told you about the most important event in wrestling, the yearly calendar, Royal Rumble? Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for doing that.
Your buddy.
It just happened to be at the exact moment that your buddy Adam's auction ended.
Your buddy Adam.
Yeah.
Sell
that's
that
card number
one.
1.
Sell
That's
it.
card number
Easy.
1.
Easy decision. Sell that one.
Okay, that's a sell?
Yeah.
I'm
no
definitely going to
hesitation.
take a hit on it. Okay, I like that. And if you're telling me to sell it, I love it.
Yeah.
Is it because it's in a B is for Beckett holder. Is that why?
Nah, it's so. Let me. How are you? A bad card. Let me name the ways. Beckett, slab, select card, retail, bull crap. Okay looking checkerboard card. Meh. It's just not as cool as card. It's just not by far the coolest card you own of his. It's a cool card. It's a very cool card. I'm not trying to crap on it. It just
That was hurtful.
compared to what you have in coming up. I'm gonna save my battles. Pick my battles here.
God damn that. Buy me dinner next time first. Shit.
Yeah.
Here's number 2. 2017 Cornerstones. Downtown.
You
Don,
sell
this is
this one.
PSA 10.
You sell this one, you can find a new podcast partner. It's
Tell
the
me why.
coolest card. That and one of the, yeah, no, that's the coolest one. You have to keep it. It has the arches. It's totally Utah.
I'm trying to
don't
see how
care.
many of these bad boys exist. I want to say the pop count of these went up for this PSA 10. Let's I'll just very quickly pull this up here. Now, at one point you expressed interest in perhaps buying this card.
Oh yeah, Yeah, I got to look at the price point of that. He's become
it's-
quite popular.
It's a pop 49. You'll find this very amusing, Ricky. So check this out. The PSA estimate is $900, okay?
Dang.
But the PSA offer that they would pay me for it is $618.
Oh, that's so fair of them. That's so fair. Is this music
I
for
love
me or
it.
them?
So that's number 2. You ready for number? Okay, so you're telling me I got to hold that one. Is that right? Is that
Yeah,
what you're saying?
Dan's saying you should sell that one for sure. He says early downtown is hot. He's not wrong.
Is that like Paris Hilton hot or like it's
Yeah,
selling for a lot hot?
I
and
think
should
it's
sell
like
it.
west side of Omaha going to the east side of Omaha. HAWT hot.
What about this note here from Boston Steve? Ricky will text everyone interested in buying those cards a wrestling update exactly as all the listings are about to end just to block their bid. Don't do that, please.
No, I just there are things that take precedent over cards, and wrestling half nude men wrestling is one of them.
So ultimately, this really is a PSA for people who are looking to sell their cards, as really you should look to end your auctions. People oftentimes talk about days of the week, is it best to end on a Friday versus a Monday? And really the thing that you need to look for, and you heard it here first from Ricky,
Yep.
is you need to make sure that you end your auction on a day that is not when WWE is going to be dropping their next PLE date.
Well, I think we need to broaden it. Frankly, I just avoid all WWE programming if you really want to be safe. So Mondays are out, Monday Night Raw. Tuesdays are out, NXT, I believe. Fridays are out, SmackDown.
SmackDown, yeah.
Saturday, Sundays typically are when you see your PLEs. I think that
So
leaves
Wednesday.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, for now.
Makes the
Hopefully
most
nothing
sense.
gets scheduled on those dates. That'd
So
be
I've
a
got
shame.
one sell, one hold. How about this guy? This is a 2017 Prism Luck of the Lottery. This is a
It's
gold
cool.
number to 10 in a BGS. So it's got a couple of things with it, though. Like on one hand, it's B is for Beckett. But another hand, it doesn't have the jazz associated with it, which is kind of a plus for me right now. But it's got that glittery gold on there. I don't know. What are you
Yeah.
thinking?
I mean, it's gold on gold, BGS gold on a gold card, which is great.
Double Beckett gold.
It reminds you of the old school cards we'd collect, where they get them in the suits. I get the appeal of that, but the card just doesn't do it for me. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't have a hard time if you sold that one.
So you want the arches over the gold.
Oh, 100% for me.
That's the eBay Eye Appeal 2026.
Yep.
Okay.
There you have it.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. I have two more.
Oh,
27
yeah. Dan pointed out AEW is one of those nights. So
Oh.
probably
What night
just
is it?
Wednesday. I think it's Thursday. So Dan can correct us. So I think Wednesday's your day if you're going to end an eBay auction.
You know what? And if I recall correctly, it was a Monday when I tried to buy your buddy Adam's card.
Yeah.
And so that was my fault for even going after the card.
Yeah. What were you thinking?
I apologize. God, I'm glad a few years later we cleared that one up. How about this guy? This is a 2017 Contenders. It's a rookie card, Rookie of the Year Contenders. It's a 101.
What
are we thinking
like
about
that
this?
the most of all that I'm going to tell you to sell. Sell that one.
So if I sell this, it's never coming back, right? Like out of all the cards,
Never.
this is the one that
Never.
is not coming back.
Never, ever, ever. But it's cool. It's really cool. I don't think you'll regret it, though. I don't think you'll think about it in 2 weeks.
Lastly, what about the Kaboom? The 2018 rookie card badge Kaboom PSA 10. There's like 30 of these.
Yeah. Are you keeping any other of his? Is this your only Kaboom of his left?
Yes.
Yeah, you got to keep it then. Downtown and Kabooms, I'm all in on, man. Like that might be all I'm going to collect from now on. I hope not. I hope I keep collecting, but I've noticed I've like slowed down immensely, and I don't even know like what I'm looking for. Kabooms
That's
and
what all the
downtowns,
flippers
man.
are.
Blasts.
The flippers
love
are
them.
all going after. Those are the cards that they go after, though.
Yeah, but I think that those were at that point they truly were very short print, and I think that those will only increase in value over time.
Okay. It's not the answer I wanted, but it's probably the answer I needed. Now, if, I can sell off these guys. I don't think it's going to get me where I need to be, so I may need to dip into the football cards to sell it off, but I appreciate the input, and that's exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah, I think you should hear. There's been some different opinions in the chat. Dan saying if you move one, move all. I think you need to consider some stuff. This is just different opinions, and you get to make the final call on this. If you sell, it wouldn't shock me if you sold both the Downtown and Kaboom. That's, you don't move on from cards easily, but when you decide it's time, it's time.
I was going to sell that Downtown and just not tell you.
Yeah, you can tell me. I don't care. Just will never speak to you again.
All right. Well, I guess you can kind of see a little bit of what goes into that thought process. That did not take nearly as long as I thought. So thank God we put it at the end when people aren't listening.
Oh man, I think they're listening. I think they're just giving us crap.
All right,
Okay,
Ricky,
here we go
well,
from
you got
Boston
2
Steve.
minutes and 19 seconds to filibust while I sit back and sip this tea.
Well, Boston Steve happens to say, if you're trying to sell a card that has increased value in order to cash out, why hold it, hoping it continues to increase in value? He's got a point there.
That's exactly why I sold my Von Miller, Gold Kaboom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that those Kabooms or Downtowns are going to be, in my opinion, I don't think they will continue to go up, especially being that the Kaboom is not a gold or a green.
Right.
And is not numbered, was really so those ones, I guess, to speak a little bit more on the Investacard side of this, which by the way, like RIP Investacard Eddie, hopefully he's okay out there somewhere. Probably with Heidi, Sean Bradley.
At Area 51, probably.
I could see it, but
Skinwalker Ranch.
From the Investacard standpoint, with these Kabooms, like the ones that are really selling for a ton are the ones that are gold or that are green or now the purple ones that are coming out. And so I don't know. I'm kind of with Boston Steve, and it made me think about it that now may be the time to cash in a little bit on that to go a different direction for it.
Definitely. No, and I think that, and Boston Steve further expands that, hold it if you love it, owning it, but sell it if you'd rather own something else. I think that makes a lot of sense, and something to remember. Like, we're here for a blink of the eye, so don't get too attached to stuff.
Do you foresee my jazz fandom ever coming back? You've known me probably longer than most people outside my family in my life. Do you think my jazz fandom comes back?
Yeah, as soon as we get ranked in the playoffs, like top 4, you'll be all in.
You go to hell.
He'll be booking airline tickets to all the East Coast teams that we may go play against, yelling at everyone that doesn't book their tickets. This is the year, you idiots. You guys are all morons.
Hey, so you're still reading our Slack thread. That's good. Good to
Yeah.
know you're still reading it.
I like to.
Feel
I like
free to
check
drop a
in.
post in there.
I like to just check in from time to time.
No, in all seriousness, do you foresee me coming back to be a Jazz fan?
It comes across as a smart ass answer. I really do think when the Jazz get good, you and I will both be back.
There is a 0% chance of that happening because of them being good. Dan asks, while you're chewing on that, parallels of those, speaking of the Kabooms in 17 and 18, we did a massive Kaboom episode a couple of years ago where we had the Kaboom artist on the show. And actually 2018, I believe, is where they initiated the Kaboom parallel. And there is a green Kaboom, and I believe Ross owns that green Kaboom. And I think that there's also gold that year as well, if I'm not mistaken. I believe 2018 was the first year of that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you think I'm coming back when the Jazz are good because you think I'm being a bandwagon Jazz fan?
No. It's not that you're a bandwagon. Like when enough's enough, enough's enough. Like, don't get me wrong. There comes a point when it's like a few years ago with the Lions. Like, how much am I going to keep watching this? How much am I going to put myself through? And then when you see Danny Ainge just purposely tank, I have no patience for professionals purposely tanking. I understand the strategy.
Right.
So, no, I don't blame you at all. But when they get really good, it's going to be hard for all of us to ignore when they're going to the Western Conference Finals. And we're going to be showing up in full jersey and shorts.
Fair enough.
I can't see it either, but I'm just telling you that's what's going to happen. That's my prediction.
You're wrong, but I love where your head's at.
Well, good thing this is memorialized in all of time. So refer to it someday when the Jazz. Oh yeah, that's right. We're going to be so busy trading draft picks for the next 50 years. In fact, that was my number one complaint with Slack, the chain as we've called it over the years. I couldn't stand the Jazz talk and the rods that our friends got for talking about the development and what's coming up. And, I really like this no-name Jazz player. He really put in good minutes, great rebounds. F off. I'm so sick and tired of talking about how we're coming up this year. Enough. But some of our friends love talking about it. And that's okay. But
the Jazz are the Bowman baseball of sports teams.
Yep. For us.
And let's be honest, when you've been used to buying Topps flagship, Topps Chrome, Topps Stadium Club, Topps Dynasty museum collection, perhaps, you don't go from museum collection to collecting Bowman.
No, you don't. And so I understand the anger and mistreatment, and you may be right. We shall see. But first, the Jazz have to get good, which they keep saying that's going to happen. We'll see.
Well, I don't know, Ricky. For me, I think it's time to move on. I guess I need to see where this football card ends that I'm going to tease people with. And I do think I'm going to buy it. So we'll just see if I need to sell these Dons to do it.
I love it. Great plan.
Program note for next week. Questionable show date and time for the next 2 weeks because Ricky is going to be on the road and then I will be on the road after that. And so stay tuned. You'll see on Instagram. We'll make sure to post. I think we're going to try and get a guest host, although it appears as though he's working until about the time I wake up the next day.
Ooh. Well, we can go down the roster too. It doesn't just have to be him.
Yeah, I like it. He said he could go remote from Wendover, though.
Yes, next week. Is that next week?
Yeah.
I know what I will be watching next week. I may call in.
He said on Wednesday. He said he may be remote Wednesday night.
Next week?
Yeah. Then the three of us could do it.
I've
could
got
you do it Wednesday?
I could do 7. I could be here 7:30ish. I could do.
Yeah, I mean we start at 7:45 usually, so.
Yeah. So I guess that works. It just might have impact card talk, but
yeah.
But outside that, could totally do it Wednesday.
Okay. All right, cool.
I'm getting pretty excited. That'll be fun.
That'll be good.
All right. Well, It's been another fun show. For Chad, I'm Ricky, the Donovan downtown, wishing all of you a one of one night. Oh,
I
yeah,
got to
those
tell
cards-
you, as you're thinking about this, so this is my first week I've cut back my hours, so I'm only working 85% of the time right now.
Yeah,
Love it.
hell yeah.
Love it. Love not
Nice.
working. Highly recommend it. Paycheck's not going to be so great. Not going to recommend that.
But time is as valuable as anything, including money. So
It's true. Very true. Oh, Dan gave you a shout out on Brewer Baker podcast this week.
wouldn't know.
Yeah.